series, Building Teams for Agents. I've been doing it for 15 plus years. I'm not great at a lot of things. I can't spell, I can't add. I barely graduated college, but I promise you I am great at this. I've heard it said over and over and over, repetition is the mother of skill. And I have done this repetitively for so many years. It's kind of humorous when people say to me, "You're just so smooth, and I need you to always do it for me." I'm like, yeah, I wasn't smooth in the beginning. I was absolutely pathetic. Like my good friend John Maxwell says, if you want to get great at something, you better get comfortable at being pathetic for a while. And I was 100% pathetic for a while. But I want to share with you what it takes to build an asset. There we go. I want to tell you what it's all about. What does it do for you when you build an asset? And it's just something that I have absolutely loved doing over the last uh, 10, 15. I don't know how long it's been anymore. But it's just a blast building these relationships, and at the same time as we're building some of the greatest memories that we'll have in this lifetime. At the same time, we are building a huge asset that's going to help us do some incredible things. So I'm getting a sound check from somebody. I want to make sure I sound good before I keep going. I'm waiting patiently right now for my person to give me the thumbs up. I'm waiting as patiently as I can, trying to be patient. Well, I'm going to assume that I sound great and go along. If you want to text me, if you know my phone number, please text me. But saying all that, keep in mind, I have proven scripts, I have proven everything, step by step strategies for expired listings. I got step by step strategies for how you do a CMA reach out. I got everything written down for you. I've got a document, 80 something pages of every script you could possibly need. And on top of that, I got videos to go with it. And so it just works. And that way you have the ability to go on and watch these videos to learn the scripts and everything that has to do with being successful at doing transactions. Okay. To me, transactions are, yeah, you're going to do it. No kidding. Like, I'm going to do transactions. And instead of putting this crazy emphasis on, uh, man, I got to do transactions, I got to do transactions, I got to do transactions, it is no, you're going to do transactions because that's just what we do. We do transactions. Right. And the problem that so many people have is they put so much uh, of this horrible pressure on transactions that they get beat by people that have less skill than them because they got like commission breath, and it's not fun to work with somebody like that. It's not enjoyable to work with someone like that. So let me get you to focus a little bit beyond transactions, if you will. And this is how we do it. It's if you've ever studied the NFL, great running backs don't look at the goal line. If it's first and goal, the running back that's great, that will reach the Hall of Fame, that will score more touchdowns than most, he's looking at the back of the end zone. He's going to plow through the front of that front line like it's no big deal. That's not the goal line to him. The goal line is the back, and that's what I want to make your life here. I want you to build an asset. To me, building an asset is your first job, and your side gig, if you will, is transactions. Now, you're going to be great at transactions. Just like I said, I got everything here, and I got videos to show you exactly how to do it all. But let's talk about building an asset. I've been doing this 15 years, and it is amazes me how simple it is. It also amazes me of how many people won't do it. And so all I'm saying is all you have to do is give me 5 names of people you know. Just give me 5. Give me 3. Okay. I'm going to dial in front of you. It's so simple that it's going to freak you out. And I remember when I first started doing this, I had a big webinar. I had some people in my office, and everybody sat around me at the desk, and I had one person give me names. And I called those names. In fact, oh yeah, I forgot about this. I had one guy that wouldn't even commit to coming all the way into my office. He was sitting just outside of my office because he was frustrated that I wasn't teaching him scripts. No kidding. True story. And he was like, I came here to learn scripts. I'm like, cool, good for you. Just sit right there, be patient for a second. He did. Thank God. So he sat out there, arms crossed. What are we doing here? And so I called this one person, gave me names, and I called this person's list. And this happens all the time. Once I talk to about two or three people, everybody in the room and everybody on the webinar gives me, hey, will you call my friend Jim? Will you call my friend Teresa? Will you call my friend Trisha? Will you call my friend Tiffany? Will you call my, I'm not kidding you. Happens every single time. I have one job when I'm calling for you. Are you ready? This is my first job. There's more jobs, but my first job and the most important job is to leave your relationship in a better place than before I called. Before I call anybody that you give me to talk to, your relationship will be in a better place once I'm done. That I promise you. And that's a promise I've been able to keep for 15 years, has not changed one bit. I've had people cuss at me. I've had people yell at me. I've had people scream at me. And I've told them, hey, listen, do me a favor, and I'll say the name of the person that gave me their name and number. Tell them how much I respect that person that gave me their name and number. And I apologize for reaching you at a bad time. But every single time I've left your relationship in a better place. I'm going to do something you cannot do. I'm going to build you up. I'm going to talk great about you. You cannot do those things. It is impossible for you to talk great about yourself. It's very easy for me to do. It's very easy for me to talk great about you. And at the same time, it's impossible for you to do it. You can try, but you're going to sound foolish. So typically, you won't try to talk great about yourself. Instead, what you'll do is do things like call your friends or people you know. You're excited about building an asset. You've sat down with me one on one. I've shown you exactly what this will do for your life, how it will radically change your life. And you'll have several people around you that will be focused on transactions, and they'll go about their life for the next 5 or 10 years. We're all going to go by 5 or 10 years are going to happen one way or another. Might as well start building an asset now. Might as well begin now. Most of the people I talk to when they've built a big organization, I say, what was one thing you could have changed? And the majority of them will say this: I wish I would have started sooner. Here is your warning sign. It's time for you to start. But they'll say that because they know what it does for their life and how it radically changes their life. So what happens is you call your friends and family, you're excited about building an asset, and you start telling them, you start selling them every great thing about our platform. You tell them how amazing it is, how beautiful it is, and you're just so excited about it. You do nothing to ask them questions about them and what's going on in their life. You do nothing to understand a little bit better about, who they are and what's happening in their life. And you have no idea what their why is. I can find out all of that information for you, not in one call, but in a couple. But I will have opened the door for you so big that you'll be able to run a semi truck right through it to make it happen for you. So I simply call and I say, hey, Carolyn, this is Paul. And Jimmy gave me your name and number. And have I caught you at a good time? Yeah. Okay, cool. Let me tell you about Jimmy. We're excited he's on the team. Jimmy is the type of person that will just figure out a way to win. Now, I say only true things about Jimmy. I got to get to know Jimmy. Last week, if you were in our worldwide headquarters in Plano, Texas, you saw me calling Brandon Scribner's list. Everything I said about Brandon was absolutely 100% true. I know Brandon. I will get to know you and understand you so I can talk great about you. Again, something you can't do. So I'm going to talk about Jimmy and what Jimmy offers the team and how excited we are that Jimmy's on the team. And here's what's going to happen. 9 out of 10 times, the person I'm speaking to, in this case is Carolyn. Carolyn will interrupt me and says, yes, sounds just like Jay, just like Jimmy. Jimmy is amazing. Jimmy's a good friend of mine. Jimmy and I, da, 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 whatever it may be. But she will interrupt me. Now, if she doesn't know Jimmy all that well, it might be a little simpler. She'll go, yep, that does sound like Jimmy. He's crazy, man. He's good. He's this, he's that. Now I'm building rapport. I beg you, read the book by John Maxwell. Everyone communicates, few connect. I'm connecting. If you're calling, you're not connecting. I'm connecting because now here comes the connection. Man, I sure am glad you said that about Jimmy. It just re-ups what we already thought about him. Thank you so much. Hey, tell me about yourself. What's going on? If someone were to describe you, Carolyn, how would they describe your work ethic? Aha, she's got to think. That's a deep thought you got to have. That's not a yes or no question. Yes, it's an open-ended question, but this is a great open-ended question. It's a question you can't ask in the beginning. You got to play ball. And what I mean by play ball is I throw the ball to you, you throw it back to me. And then I throw it back to you, and we're playing ball now. I'm playing ball with Carolyn. So, Carolyn, if someone were to talk about you, well, how would they explain you? And then I can go into further details. What made you get into real estate? Sometimes if I'm feeling in a jovial, fun mood, I'll say, what bad thing did you do to get into real estate? What happened, man? Who did you make mad? Whatever it may be. I will have some fun with it because we're connecting. And now it's off to the races. I get to learn about Carolyn. Notice I've said absolutely nothing about our platform, about our model. I haven't tried to sell her on how great we are. Nobody wants that. Nobody wants that. People want to hear themselves speak. Sorry, they don't want to hear me tell them how great everything is about our platform. I love this. It's the best. And I use the word recruiting, and I was like, well, y'all sound like a recruiting company. Every company in the world is a recruiting company. Please understand me. Everybody recruits. Everybody. You just throw me a name. I'll tell you, they recruit. So it is a different form of recruiting because I'm not telling him or her how great we are. I'm simply just getting to understand them. I call myself the CSO. I'm the Chief Solution Officer. And I can't find a solution for you if I don't know what's going on in your life. So I simply just ask questions and get to know you. All the while, I talk great about Jimmy. That never lets up. I keep talking great about Jimmy as much as I can. I'm going to talk about because what is my number one goal? To put your relationship in a better place than when you left it. Now, let's say you just met this person and you haven't even had a chance to build a relationship. Do you think I can help? Oh, yes, I can. Oh, I can help. Because if you just met this person, maybe y'all did a closing together and you got to talking. Hey, let's go grab coffee. This thing garbage every real estate agent says, let's go grab some coffee. We drink a lot of coffee if you haven't noticed. Chances are you're not going to drink coffee with that person. But I get to open that door back open for you. And I just get to hear from them, talk to them, understand who they are. And then once I know there's a solution, I can offer it. Now, I don't do it on the first call many times. Many times I just say, hey, it was great chatting with you. Would love to connect with you again in the future. And I just leave it open for another appointment. That's it. Sometimes I'll just be honest. I'll say, hey, Carolyn, I'm going to tell you something about myself. A lot of people will ask me, are you trying to recruit me? If I'm trying to recruit you, Carolyn, understand this thing and understand it big. That means I want you. I like you. I want you on my team. You should feel flattered if I'm trying to recruit you, not offended. Now, if I don't try to recruit you, now that you know what I just said, you might want to be offended. So, yes, if I want you on this team, if I think you're going to be a valuable asset to me, then yes, I will try to recruit you. And I will say those exact words. I will say, yes, I'm trying to recruit you. I kind of like what you've told me. I think you'd be a great asset for our team. And I'd love to show you how to build a team. So, depending on how the conversation goes, it can go many ways. There's not one cookie cutter way to this. That's why I've never actually written a full script on this, and I've been doing it for 15 years. I just tell you the number one job, edify the person that gave you the number. That's the only thing you have to remember. If all else fails, edification rules, and it can get you out of any jam. It can get you out of anything. Edification rules. So now I want to say this because this is where people get hung up. They get a little bit confused on, okay, Paul's busy and I want to make sure I give him good people. Stop. You don't know what good people are. Well, yeah, I do. No, you don't. You can't really tell the true character of a human being until they've been through a fire, until they faced adversity. If you've ever built a team, as I just said that, you went, ooh, boy, are you right. Because think of all the people that you've brought into your team. And the first time they hit adversity, they were okay. So you don't know what's inside of someone until they've gone through adversity. We just don't know that. So I always tell folks, don't get crazy excited. Yes, I want you to get excited. I'm a big believer in celebration, excitement, get fired up about things, but at the same time, keep your head even. Okay. A lot of times, people that do the most talking and sell you the best are the ones that disappear before the adversity ever hits them. See, I want someone that's got, some battle scars. I want someone that's walking with a limp. I want someone that's had it tough. I want someone that the world has bet against and they still think they got something great inside of them. They still think there's something there. That's what I'm looking for. I'm looking for the blue collar worker. I'm not looking for the perfectly polished worker. I'm not looking for the one that says all the right things. Be careful of those people. At it, when adversity strikes, they tend to be gone the first. The ones that are so certain they got to dress up perfectly for every single thing. They got to look sharp at all times. They're the ones that are the first to go when adversity hits. So don't worry about what you hand me because this is the way I look at it. Every person I talk to, you have blessed my life. The relationships I have built. I do not have time right now at 6:17. I want to be finished soon, but I do not have time right now to go over all the great people that are in my life from doing just this. But it will freak you out. It's an astonishing amount of people that I just called and said, "Hey, so and so gave me your number," and boom. I've had some people be rude, but I don't think about those because of the memories and the relationships that I built. So don't stress yourself out over who you're giving me. I will help you. I'll walk you through this and you'll have so much fun doing it. I promise you. Again, be very careful of the polished and perfect. Don't try to hand me the ones that just say all the right things and they do this and they do that. I'm going to tell you a story and I'm going to end. My wife hates public speaking. Can't stand it. She would probably get in a fist fight with me again if I ever told her she had to do it again. But she hates it. She had to do it and she's great at it. She's phenomenal. She's one of the best I've ever seen. It's crazy, but she hates it. And I remember all the time she would get ready for a speech. She would come to me and just be just beside herself with anxiety. I'm having a panic attack. I mean, just beside herself. I'm going up on stage and they're so polished. Oh, they're so polished. And I said, sweetie, that's what makes you so great. You're not polished. It's not a fake BS talk. You're being real. And she would go up there and she ended up running ladies' conventions where she spoke to 1,000 women. Okay. But she's not polished. I'll tell you what, when adversity hits, that woman doesn't run. So just give me people. Let me talk to them. Don't try to get it all figured out. If they're rude to me, I'm not mad at you. You're just opening the door. In fact, my good friend Frank gave me someone right before this call. I called them and he said, "How'd it go?" And I said, "It's a long-term relationship thing. They're not going to join us anytime in the near future, but it's a great relationship. Thank you so much for passing this person off to me because I think you and I are going to be able to do something great with him eventually, but not tomorrow. Not tomorrow. That's why you keep going with this. That's why you keep moving forward. Your life is one person away from radically changing everything. I'm living proof. I was broke, busted, lost all our cars. We lost our house. We lost everything. We had nobody to borrow money from. We got no wealthy parents. We got nobody. We didn't borrow money from anybody, as a matter of fact. We borrowed nothing. We just kept fighting and fighting and fighting. I want to fight with you. I want to go on this journey with you. I want to hear what people have to say about you. That excites me. That fires me up. I hope this helped. Now, keep in mind, you got to do transactions. We got that. Like I said, I got all the scripts. I got 84 pages of scripts followed by videos. And pretty soon, I'm going to have some amazing people like Brandon Scribner and TC do some of these videos for me. We're going to have an entire library of all of our scripts to give you. We got all of that. But the most important thing you don't need to always focus on is building an asset that outlives you. Go get yours. I'm definitely getting mine. Adios.